is time for the weekly three, and let's go ahead and get it going. Am I going to have to mute your microphone, Mike, or am I going to be able to get this through this without you snotting all over us?
You'll be fine, John.
Okay. Okay. I just want to check. All right, number three this week. India is a huge market that the WWE really wants to get into, and they have good reason to be aggressive. A new report says that the company has doubled the viewership in India than they do in the United States. Lucha Libre Online reported that the WWE Raw's average viewership in India for the month of January 2021 was over 4 million viewers. That number doubles the amount of viewers in the United States during the same time. Um, John, does this surprise you?
You had to ask me that one, and there's a reason I say that right now, because at one point we always get clowned on this for our show. We were the #2 wrestling podcast in India for a while. So people say that's for other reasons, but that's another day and another story. It doesn't surprise me because look at the population of India. And it's a huge hotbed for wrestling out there. India is some of the most loyal wrestling fans in the world, surprisingly enough, that people don't realize. When WWE, TNA, Impact, whatever the companies that were going over there when they were doing it, it's a huge commodity to it. And the Indian fans love wrestling. We have got so many of them throughout the years that have come through our show, and I know probably come to this show too and listen. It doesn't surprise me at all because they are huge wrestling fans. And they still, in a lot of ways, believe that it's real. And kayfabe isn't dead
Still
over there.
real to me, damn it.
It is. So it doesn't surprise me at all. India is a huge hotbed for wrestling. And, if you're getting a lot of hits over in India, it means a lot of people are watching because they dig the wrestling product and the wrestling podcast, the wrestling scene. It's a big thing for them that most people don't realize, John.
Mm-hmm. Kenny Dunn, I'm ahead of you. He said, for the love of God, somebody mute Mike Loving. I already have. I'm back to my original comment, Mike. When you're ready to talk, you just raise your hand, and I'll unmute you. Let's move on to number two. Number two this week, New Japan Pro Wrestling has confirmed on Sunday night that it is officially merging the IWGP Intercontinental Championship with its top title, the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. The decision came at the insistence of reigning double champion Kota Ibushi, who won both championships from Naito at Wrestle Kingdom 15 in January. New Japan's Intercontinental title was first introduced back in 2011 and was eventually pushed as the 1B title to the Heavyweights 1A. A new championship, the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship, will be awarded to Ibushi on April 4th at the Sakura Genesis event. He'll defend both titles one more time against IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion El Desperado on March 4th. Tommy, I want to get your take on this, but the one question I have on this, he's defending this title, these titles, one more time against the junior heavyweight champion El Desperado. What if he wins? Are they going to turn all three titles into the damn one title?
Lord, I hope not. I don't like this idea at all because you got to have a worker's belt. The IC belt to me always has been the worker's belt. That's the belt, kind of like the way Shawn Michaels would treat it and be kind of the top guy that was below the world champion, the guy that would work every week. Me, it's a dumb idea. You're going to need a secondary champion. Of course, over at New Japan, they got like the Neverweight Championship and the 6-man championship. But I mean, there's a lot of titles, but I don't like the merger. I didn't like it when they did it their last Wrestle Kingdom.
Well, you are not the minority, Tommy. There's been backlash all over the internet. Wrestling fans are upset because we're just going to wipe away the history of the championship and unify them. I've never liked the idea of unifying titles to begin with. I will say that the WCW championship and the WWE championship unifying made sense. I understand why they did it. But, in a situation like this, I'm with you. I don't agree with it.
No, it's just taking a spot away from somebody that'd be a good worker, too. Somebody that would deserve a title over there.
Let's get a couple comments from the chat. Lyndon got a boner when I started talking about New Japan. He says, Kota has wanted to combine both titles for the longest time. Okay. Ben Cliff says, I don't like how they're combining the two big belts either, in all honesty. Thanks, Ben. I'm glad you agree with me. Linda says New Japan has a bunch of titles, but they also still have the IWGP US title. For now.
Yeah, for now, I can say. Well, I mean, it's like WWE. They've got the Intercontinental and they've got the U.S. title, of course, with the split brand thing. But still, I mean, it's a young title. I mean, it's not even 10 years old, and they're already combining it with your world's heavyweight title.
Lyndon says also, guys, the titles have basically been unified since Naito obtained them both last year.
Right.
Basically, you can wipe my ass with basically. Until they take the titles and make one title, they're not unified. If he's carrying two titles, I'm okay with that. But if they take the titles and create a new championship belt and unify them like that, I'm not for that.
No, I don't even like it. You carrying two belts.
Well, nobody asked your opinion, Tommy. Me and Lyndon's talking over here. You shut the hell up.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
Jeez,
Oh,
dude.
Loving's got a question. I got to unmute him. Hang on, Mike. What's up, Mike?
Hey, New Japan, they should not unify the belts at all because they need the more belts. The more the belts, the more they can bring people in over there. And, just having one person have two belts, it's ridiculous. I've never been a fan of it. And
You didn't like Becky two
that's
belts,
my say
Mike?
on that subject. Nope. Not a big fan.
You know, it's the best moment
Because when you have one person that has two belts, you're holding up talent that could hold one belt potentially.
Did somebody else just say that? I don't say, is there echo in here?
Yeah, he can't hear you when he's muted, Tommy.
Oh.
Mike, are you going to behave and learn how to breathe properly? Or am I going to have to mute you again before we keep going?
I'll breathe properly.
Before we move on to number one, Linda says it's happening after the anniversary show. Okay. Well, I'm not a huge New Japan fan, and I know there's a lot of fans out there that are diehard fans that are not happy about it. So, But anyway, let's move on. Number one this week, the NWA wipes their YouTube clean. Then they promise some good news soon. We'll have to see what the NWA has planned in the future, but they've been making moves in the right direction. The pandemic slowed their operation a bit, and losing Dave Lagana didn't help anything either. But they're obviously planning on something big. Dave Meltzer confirmed that they will be taping new content soon, and it's since been announced that the NWA will return to Fight TV when they present Back for the Attack Sunday, March 21st at 4 p.m. Eastern. My question for you, Sonny, is who the hell has a pay-per-view at 4 o'clock in the afternoon?
I don't know. That's not going to go over well at all. I want to see something happen with the NWA here for sure. I don't want to see it go by the wayside at all, but that's a bad booking decision. But I have faith in Billy Corgan that he's not going to mess this up too bad. Like, he's pretty smart. So
you know what the NWA fans said to themselves whenever they found out about this pay-per-view? Today is the greatest.
Oh my God.
Well, John, on their website, they had their. Go ahead, sorry.
No, I just think that he has a master plan in mind here. Like, it's part of a bigger scheme.
Well, they had videos taken down from their website, and everybody got scared and stuff, and they thought the NWA was going to go down. But apparently, that's not what the plan is. And you're right, John. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be good going forward.
Well, I have a problem, not necessarily with this booking. It's fine and dandy. I'm actually going to save it to my cause before I get there, but I just don't understand some things out there in the world. John, Tommy, would you guys like to comment on this before we move forward?
No, I think you guys said it perfectly. Just my thoughts on it is I want to see NWA's product succeed, and I think Billy Corgan's a smart guy. They got a great champion with Nick Aldis, and hopefully when this stuff with the pandemic starts to lift, they can do something, because I watched the whole first season of it, and unfortunately haven't had time to catch a lot of it since, but they got some really good characters over there too, so I really wish them the best. And
hopefully gone now, though. I mean, you lost.
Yeah.
J.D. Drake. You lost, Josephus just passed away.
Yep.
What was the guy's name? Dickie Dice. Was that his
Very
name?
nice.
Yeah.
He's not under contract anymore. They're going to have a whole new look this go around. So, and the commentary wasn't Wade Barrett doing commentary there before they shut down.
He was, yeah.
Yeah, he's gone now.
Yep.
I'm anxious to see what they're going to do differently because it's going to be a different look for sure.
Yep.
Eddie Kingston, he's gone.
Nobody cares about
Ricky
Eddie Kingston,
Stark.
Tommy.
Ricky Starks, he's gone. He was like the first TV champion back. You remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
Only you care about Eddie Kingston, Tommy.
Hey, I get ready to work with Eddie Kingston. I'm so excited.
I like Eddie Kingston.
I will say that I seen him on. I think it was Being the Elite this week, Sonny, that I enjoyed. Was it Being the Elite he was on this week, or was it Sammy Vlogs? I can't remember. But he was talking to.
He was on Being the Elite.
Yeah, who was he talking to? I can't even remember.
The Dark Order, Silver, and Reynolds.
Yeah.
He was trying to get them to pick Hangman or Sting.
Yeah. What the heck? That was great.
You can't chase both. Pick one.
I think Eddie might grow on me. We'll just have to wait and see.
Did you not watch Dark last week when he faced my buddy J.D. Drake?
No.
They had big chop fest. It was kind of interesting.
Hey, ain't nobody. I would like to get everybody's opinion right now before we move on. John Wangler, who has the best chop of all time?
100% Ric Flair.
Okay, Tommy, I'm coming back to you. Mike Loving, who's your pick?
Ric Flair.
Okay, Sonny Salem, who's your pick?
Flair.
Tommy, who's your pick?
Jack Miller.
Oh, that was a mean submission chop.
Yeah.
I was thinking Scotty Blaze, but
I had him in mind too. He chopped me one time. Left
John, that's
left
some
mark.
local independent guys.
Yeah.
I remember Jack Miller. This was before I trained to wrestle. But I remember people telling me about him in training sessions for the new trainees, and he would wear them out.
I was at that one school and I'd sit in the corner and somebody chopped them. I was like, oh God, here we go. And I mean, he lit them up.
Lyndon says Walter.
Walter does have a pretty good hard chop. I've seen him on WXW, and he has a pretty mean chop.